now!
Your mind is mine. Lifting! Deploying helper drone. Deploying blob.
Back on you,
Call in the
Commander.
big guns.
Fire mission confirmed!
Send out a decoy. This should help. Shield orb, there!
Diversion!
He needs help!
It's gonna be fine! Okay. Repositioning!
Back in position!
Back on the CO now! Hostile diversion!
Hit it hard!
These are armor! Taking the shot! Lost control of the
Barrier down. Time to integrate.
shield is down! Set up! Closing in on us! All targets down.
Stand down. Now it is complete.
And then what happened?
The ship was ours. The Ethereal and I plugged into the Mosaic network. Every last outsider on Earth was under my command. The power was surprising. With Mosaic under my control, I was able to force the outsiders to turn on one another. They didn't surrender. They died. After ordering them to slaughter each other, I allowed their command ship to fall from the sky. Our own people disassembled what they left behind. We destroyed what we couldn't take apart.
We understand you took an extreme approach to concealing their attacks.
We couldn't risk allowing evidence of the outsiders to remain. We did preserve some of their technology for study. We have a lot to learn from it. The cover-up seems to have worked. The areas that we couldn't bulldoze have been sealed off. In time, they'll be wiped off the map entirely. No evidence of the outsider invasion remains. No one will ever know how close we came to extinction.
This lie will hold?
We control the newspapers. Anyone who could expose the truth is dead or already with XCOM.
What of the infected?
We had no choice. They had to be disposed of. Even if we could have cured them all, they might have had memories of the attack. We made sure it was quick and painless.
Very well. And the other creature?
The Ethereal broke the bond after we exterminated the outsiders. Its status, its location, and its intent are unknown.
Understood, Agent. That will be all. For now.
Back here! Back on you!
wired down. Now to start integration.
They took out our turret! These are ours!
Back in position.
And then what happened?
We had control of the ship, the Ethereal and I. We could feel everything in the Mosaic network. I could communicate with every remaining outsider on Earth. The potential was amazing. These creatures came here to conquer, but Mosaic allowed me to reason with them. I was able to convince them to rebuild our world in exchange for their freedom. We worked with them to dismantle and hide what we could. We had to destroy what we weren't able to conceal. We did manage to save a small amount of their technology for study. The things we'll be able to learn from them will be incredible.
And the outsiders themselves?
Unfortunately, given all that happened, we could not offer them asylum on our planet. We returned control of their ship and allowed them to continue their search for a new world.
A questionable decision. Even with the outsiders gone, evidence remained.
No, I'm not comfortable with deception, but the story seems to have worked. The areas that we couldn't hide have been sealed off. I'm told that our associates in the National Archives are busy erasing any trace of those locations. Soon, there won't be any evidence of the outsider invasion. No one will ever know that we've had contact with a species from another world.
This lie will hold?
I'm not comfortable with the idea, but yes, anyone who could reveal the truth is already part of XCOM or not around.
What of the infected?
After research, and with the help of Mosaic, we were able to clear the infection. Fortunately, upon awakening, the sleepwalkers had no memory of anything that had happened.
Fortunate. And the other creature?
The Ethereal broke our bond shortly after the outsiders left our world. Its status, its location, and its intent are unknown.
Understood, Doctor. That will be all, for now.
Regrouping! These drones are pretty damn helpful! Lost our diversion! Lost control of the target!
Barrier down. Time to get this thing started.
And then what happened?
The ship was under our control. The Ethereal and I fully integrated with the Mosaic network. Every remaining outsider on Earth was under our command. The potential was staggering. These creatures came here to conquer. But with Mosaic under my control, I was able to force them to rebuild our world. The world they nearly destroyed. We used them to dismantle and conceal what we could, and to destroy what we could not. Their remaining spacecraft was allowed to fall into the atmosphere. Nothing remains. We did preserve a small amount of their technology for study. It should allow us to make great strides.
And the outsiders themselves?
We could not allow them to remain on Earth, given all that had happened.
Not all of the evidence could be removed.
No, but our cover seems to have worked. The areas that the burn teams couldn't clean have been sealed off. References to those locations are in the process of being removed from the National Register. History will have no memory of the outsider invasion. No one will ever be aware of how close we came to the edge.
This lie will hold?
We control the relevant news media. All those who could dispute it are dead or already inside our organization.
What of the infected?
We're treating them humanely. In time, they will pass naturally.
Interesting solution. And the other creature?
The Ethereal broke our bond shortly after we exterminated the outsiders. Its status, its location, and its intent are unknown.
Understood, Director. That will be all. For now.